Aloha Sydzillains. Welcome back to This and That in Stars. Episode 61, to no one's surprise, is another movie review. I'm keeping it going with that topic, and this time we're going to be talking about Super Mario Brothers. When I watched this movie, I was with my friend Holly, as I'm sure you saw in the title. That's the same friend as the Barbie movie, by the way. And we were outside in a field watching this movie because my neighborhood community association put on an event called Movie in the Park. And it was really, really fun to watch the movie outside with a big group of people. It made it so much more fun than just watching it at home. So before I really get into talking about the film, I am going to show you a small clip of footage that I got from the event itself. Now that you've seen that, as always, let's start with the plot summary. Brothers Mario and Luigi live in Brooklyn, New York, where they run their own plumbing company that so far is not very successful. One day, they're trying to fix a leak, and long story short, they all of a sudden fall into this random wormhole portal thing. In Mario's case, he pops out of a green tube in the iconic Mushroom Kingdom to be found by Toad, but Luigi ends up in the Badlands. He goes on a different fork of the path and ends up in Bowser's territory. So Mario, with the help of Toad, who I just mentioned, go run and find Princess Peach, and the three of them together go summon the Kong army so that they can take down Bowser and rescue Luigi. One thing I really liked about this movie was how stacked the cast was, and everyone was perfect for their roles, might I add. Just to name a few examples, Chris Pratt was Mario himself, Charlie Day as Luigi, Anna Taylor-Joy was Peach, Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong, and my favorite, Jack Black as Bowser. I also really liked how many references were in this movie with regards to Mario video games and Mario products. Bear with me if I forget some or have them in the wrong order, but this is just a rough list to name a few of them. The first reference is the iconic Mushroom Kingdom. That land itself is a reference to the video games, all the anthropomorphized mushroom people that live there. The green pipes for teleporting, Mario, Peach, and Toad use them multiple times during the film. Pauline, the weather reporter, my friend pointed out this one, is a reference to Princess Pauline from the 80s. Luigi's phone, his ringtone, another one my friend pointed out, is actually the GameCube startup sound. When Luigi first goes into Bowser's Badlands, Bowser's territory, that's definitely a Luigi's Mansion reference. The Darklands and the way it scares him, the lighting, the bats, etc. Mario Kart is definitely referenced in the game. They build the carts, they drive the carts, they race Rainbow Road, the iconic Rainbow Road. The music is a reference to the games time and time over. The number one thing I'll reference specifically is when they're building their carts to be raced on Rainbow Road. That music you hear in the movie is the same music you would hear building your cart on the selection screen in-game. Donkey Kong smashing barrels is a reference to the game because he smashes barrels all the time. The power-up cubes were a reference to the game when they smack the question mark and they get the fire flower, the ice flower, the growth mushroom, etc. Jumping back near-ish to the beginning of the movie, when Mario wants to join Peach on the quest, she first makes him complete a little obstacle course that is very reminiscent to playing any level of the Super Mario Brothers video game. I'm thinking really hard to come up with more references, but I'm drawing a blank, so if you can for sure think of one that I missed, feel free to drop in the comments. So I kind of alluded to the soundtrack when I was making the references list, but this soundtrack is more than just video game music, shall we call it. They had lots of other songs that were in the movie, and every single song they chose was A, a really good song, and B, a very good choice for that particular moment. They nailed the soundtrack. It was perfect, in my opinion. I especially loved their one custom song, as does everyone, Peaches by Jack Black. If you have not heard that, what rock are you living under? It is a huge meme. But oh my god, that song absolutely slaps. Speaking of Peaches, here's a clip of my friend Holly singing that song. By the way, you may have already seen this clip because I posted a short prior to the video.
You're so cool. And with my star, we're gonna roll. Deep, understand. I'm gonna love you till the very end. Peaches, 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 peaches. I love you. Whoa. Patience.
I'm having trouble deciding on my favorite scene of the movie because the whole film was phenomenal and I adored the entire 90 minutes. But for some reason, a scene that's sticking out is near the beginning of the movie. So Mario and Luigi have just finished airing their new Mario Bros. Plumbing commercial on TV, and they've received a call from this couple that wants them to come fix the leak in their bathroom. So they go to this couple's house, pull out their wrenches, do what they have to do to the pipe, and boom, the problem is fixed in like 5 minutes, probably less. But right as they're about to leave the bathroom, the dog comes to the doorway and is snarling at them, angry, furious, particularly at Luigi because on the way into the bathroom he'd stepped on the dog's bone and broken it, which I thought would be a very minor detail, but in fact, like I said, the dog is furious. I'm not quite sure how to explain the scene, but long story short, Mario, Luigi, and this dog get into a huge fight. The part of the sink they just fixed is now broken again, plus other parts of the sink. They're spilling water everywhere, the wall is breaking, the sink practically fell off said wall. One of the brothers is trapped in the bathtub, and the dog is lunging at him. The brother manages to get out, and they slam the door, trapping the dog in the bathtub. But the water is rising and rising and rising, and the dog is able to fall off the top of the tub and like jump back down into the main bathroom. Luigi is holding onto a mirror, and Mario's doing something. I can't remember exactly, but the dog, when he tries to jump at Luigi, he ducks and falls out the window. So Mario gets the plunger and manages to hold on to the dog. Luigi holds on to Mario to pull him up so they don't get in trouble for killing this couple's dog. In fact, we cut to a clip of the couple chilling in the family room and doesn't even notice all three of them dangling in the window behind them. But anyway, the dog manages to live, and the couple, having finally heard the racket, comes up, sees the giant mess, and is, of course, furious that the problem is worse than when they started.
Francis is here. Hey there, pal. Mario?
The subplot point that I probably enjoyed the most in this film was Bowser's wish to marry Princess Peach. A few standout scenes from this plot point would be number 1, Bowser telling his army, all of his minions, that he wants to marry Peach. So one of the Koopas speaks up and asks, "What if she says no?" So Bowser instantly fireballs and kills him because how dare you disagree or disrespect the master? You go against his plan, you die for it. Number 2, how nervous Bowser was every time he would practice his proposal speech to himself or to a Koopa dressed up in costume, but how nervous he was about making sure that he totally got it right. I found that quite adorable. Number 3, when Bowser does propose, Peach of course says no because, well, duh, but then changes her mind, but only to save her friends because Toad is literally being tortured in the same scene until Peach will change her original opinion. And then number 4 is the wedding itself. Peach had this master plan where she stuck an ice flower in her bouquet, and she implemented her attack against Bowser once he announces that he was going to sacrifice a bunch of prisoners in her honor. Like, he's about to kill Luigi. He's about to kill the Kong army he captured when they were racing around Rainbow Rock ambush trying to use their shortcut. He's about to kill anybody else he's ever previously captured. Luckily, Peach was able to stop it and save them, but I thought that whole wedding scene was phenomenal. The way this movie ended didn't obviously set us up for a sequel. There was nothing they alluded to, no cliffhangers, things like that, but I personally would love a second movie, as I'm sure most people would give it its popularity. There's more references they can make. To name a few video games, that would be Mario Sluggers. I own the baseball game, I love it. Mario Party, if they didn't already, maybe I missed it. And then character-wise, there were lots of iconic characters that didn't make it into this first film. In no particular order, we have Yoshi, Birdo, Bowser Jr., Toadette, Wario, Waluigi, Princess Daisy, and Princess Rosalina. Anyway, I think I've now said everything that I want to say for this video. Not much else is coming to mind, so let's now cut over to Holly's clip. You can hear what she has to say / her rating, and then we'll give my rating.
80 million. Right. 80 million. That's how I rate it. I'm just kidding. It was a good movie. It was solid. I like that movie a lot. This is like my second time watching this, and it was really good. I went into that my first time around going, I think this is a kid's movie. I'm just gonna laugh the whole time, and I did. That was a good thing. It wasn't a movie I had to take super seriously, and I could just have fun with it and chill out and be reminded of my childhood, because that's what it is. It's my childhood, and yeah. That's my rating.
So for my rating of the film, I think I'm going to go with a solid 8 out of 10. The entire movie was hilarious, laugh out loud multiple times, and I loved every second of the 90 minutes. I highly recommend you go watch it. It's available on Prime if you have not seen it. I can totally see this becoming a classic movie for years to come. However, it only gets an 8 and no higher because there are probably references that I missed. I don't play quite as much video games as my friend, and so maybe there are other things that are hidden to me. If I watched it again, I'd catch them, or if I had played more video games, I would catch them. Also, like I just mentioned, there are some characters that didn't make the film, so I'd love them to do a sequel and include an adventure storyline with those characters. That's going to wrap up this video of me reviewing and rating the Super Mario Bros. Movie. If you enjoyed it, please drop a big one down below. Subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any of my future content. Feel free to comment your opinion on the film if you've already seen it. Follow me on social media, linked in the description. And aloha till next time!